Everybody ready? First question for your champion, Gael Monfils.
Congratulations, Gael. You mentioned a few days ago and also on the court, how much seeing your name on you with Yannick Noah and Arthur Ashe. What did each of those players have been meant to you, and how does it feel to see your name with them?
I mean, they've been an inspiration for me, I think I grew up, with those names, and definitely, to have my name next to them, it's priceless, it's priceless, and it's been a lot for me. I'm really happy, I'm very proud, and actually, it's something that I had once with Arthur, he won the Stockholm and I won the Open, and now to have Arthur and Yannick in the same, have my name next to them, I'm very happy. It's a special moment for me.
Congrats again, Gael. You were 0 for 8 in 500s and Masters finals before this victory. How does it feel to get this big one?
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy. It's been a good year so far. And for me, it's a good step. But hopefully, I will have bigger than 500.
Just to follow up on the question about Yannick Noah and Arthur Ashe, I don't know if you know this story, but back in 1968 when the tournament was being founded, Arthur Ashe said he would play the event if black faces would come out and watch the tennis. He wanted it to be in a public park, in an integrated neighborhood, not in an exclusive private club. So I'm just wondering, do you notice that when you're here in Washington, that there are more black faces watching the tennis, or that it's more of a public environment with the park?
I think I saw a lot of association, and this is feel great, definitely, I like those things, it's also I'm part of those things in France, at home, and definitely, for this, I know that how Arthur was involved on those things, and I'm more than happy. That's why it's even better for me to have my name next to him and actually here also.
Gael, we're down a set, down a break. Karlovic hasn't been broken the whole tournament, serving for the match in the second set. Where was your mind at that point, and how worried were you that was going to be it right there?
Yes, I was like, okay, I need to play point after point, but still had this little hope, maybe I will have the same chances that I had in the first set, not 40, I say maybe it will get tight a little bit, and obviously it will get tight a little bit, so I was like, I need to make him play, and if I have the opportunity to have a passing shot, I need to put it on the court, and actually, it was this, but when he came back at Juice, he was different, and so that's one going to be tough, and I think I've been very lucky that he missed 2 rolling, and then this is it, still a belief, but it was very tough.
In terms of returning his serve, you started off at the beginning of the match way back. You moved up later. You were bouncing side to side as he was about to serve. Were you hoping that something there was going to give you an edge at returning? Were you hoping maybe distract him a little? What was behind the thinking with all the movement?
Everything, you want to feel it, it's like also against him actually, it's a feel, you need to feel because I couldn't see where actually was serving, so it was a feel, when you move and okay, you have more speed, so with the movements, and if you go anticipate in a good actually way, and with the movement helps you to get faster, and it was more for that, and then far in front, whatever, it was a plan, but at the end, I knew a little bit that, he started to serve and volley for 2 hours in the heat, so also that's why I think I come a little bit closer, at one point, because I knew that also it won't be that easy for him to do it all the time.
Hi, congratulations once again. I believe the announcer said that you were semi-finalist, finalist, and you played her several times before. Talk about how finally winning this time What's the difference from all the other times that you have played, other than the fact that you won it?
I think the first time I came here, I lost to Johnny, very tight match in semi-final, 7-6 in the third actually, and it was a similar match than this one today, but I was very unlucky, I guess. And then I think I had the opportunity against Fadek, like 5 years ago, but couldn't manage to win it. And to be honest, today was pure luck. I won't say that it was like few shots, few opportunities, and with luck, I managed to make it. But today it's special. But I know at the end it was few shots. It wasn't like a regular win, I would say.
Okay. You talked yesterday a little bit about the schedule this week. You played most of your matches in the evening, so this was going to be your first match in the heat outside in the daytime. So what was it like adjusting to that? And how much time did you spend? Especially when you were down match point. How much of a sort of driving factor was your record in finals and not wanting to have another loss in the final? Despite the heat, is that part of what pushed you forward?
I mean, the heat for me is fine, I would say, I'm from Caribbean, so, heat is not really heat. I'm pretty cool with that, and before, when I think I ran Thursday, I've been practicing in the afternoon, so it was fine, And then, as I said, like my record in finals is great because people actually talk about that, but I say I have a lot of I was teenager and impossible to win from finals, so I always say yeah, but maybe I have 10 finals that I couldn't win, so actually I don't really care about it.
Second row here on the left, Shane. Go ahead.
The crowds, they were chanting during the second set tiebreak, Monfils, Monfils. How much did that spur you on, if at all? And also, you used a serve and volley player, you got coming in, we all know that. But you actually kind of invited him to the net with some well-placed in time drop shots. And so did you want him to come into the net?
So yeah, first the crowd has been amazing. I mean, always I got like unbelievable support here, and for sure helps a lot, helps, and at some stage, it helps to have something extra, and I think I did. And yeah, sometimes I try to. Actually, I like it for me to come to the net because at the end I knew that it would come, and it's better to know when it's coming than when you don't know when it's coming. So at the end, it's fair enough for me to say, okay, I know you will come, so get the ball to come, and then I was ready. It's better to know when the opponent is coming than when you are not.
Okay, last two questions here.
Yeah, his net game, sort of body game, as he's coming to the net, what goes through your mind as far as trying to, best strategize against him covering the net? Are you trying to mostly pass him because you did have some section doing it, or were you trying to, get it over him? Because sometimes that's a bit of a challenge as well.
It depends actually tactically how we come, if you go down the line or if you come across, You always try to adjust your passing, if you see a window open. I know it's big, but it's not that fast also, to go to cover the net. So if I find a gap, I can put it fast in his feet. But most of the time, I feel sometimes you have a small window and you need to use it, the line or the cross. So to be honest, it depends.
Okay. And how do you plan on celebrating? And will you come back sooner now that you won here?
Yeah, I mean, when you have a title, definitely you want to defend it. But as I always say, I don't know the schedule of next year, but. Definitely, it's a tournament that I love, and definitely I will come back to defend.
Are you kind of anything to celebrate?
Not to celebrate. To be honest, nothing. I try to fly out to Toronto and tomorrow practice in 3 to 4. That'll be my celebration.
Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.